Do you remember the good old days when people had respect for their community? When parents took responsibility for their child's misbehaviour? Do you remember when police used to uphold the law and protect the public from criminals and dangerous people instead of protecting them? Sadly, civility is fucked off, it seems. This is the post that somehow caused a fuss, because certain housing organisations like to mix decent people with repeated offenders. I have already reported all of this to the police. Everything that I'm saying is true, and I will do my best to explain everything along the way fairly, and how the police have failed to carry out their duty. I uploaded a photo to my Facebook wall on the 16th of April 2021 at 7:23 PM of several kids with their faces blurred out, ripping up a load of cardboard which was originally neatly stacked behind one of the neighbours' recycling bins. Keep in mind, this is not a playground, it's a car park, and it's always a pigsty. People are constantly backing their cars over bikes, scooters, kitchen utensils, you name it. I guarantee you, if I had simply gone out and told the kids to pick it up, I would have been ignored, and then I would have had the parents shouting at me. Because it happened before when kids no older than 5 kept repeatedly playing Knock Door Run in the late hours during the middle of one of the lockdowns. I began getting comments, I'm assuming from a father or grandmother of one of the kids in the photo, each admitting at least one of them is theirs. And when I took a peek at their profiles, of course it's completely plastered with photos of their kids and grandkids. So there's a double standard. And again, I did take the time to hide the kids' identities. In future, maybe instead of defending the kids' behaviour online, just bring them up right. After I uploaded the photo, one of the neighbours sorted it out and had let me know in the comments. Simple, all was taken care of. Until the neighbour's daughter got involved in the comments. She says, "You're old enough to fucking move out by yourself if you don't like it here that much." I wish. "It's been cleared up now, and your post was completely unnecessary, so shut the fuck up. Could have asked them to move it or whatever, but you decide to be pathetic and make a post on Facebook moaning about kids playing out. Fucking weirdo, get over yourself and stop being pathetic. Fucking stupid guy." Now, these kids are at an age where they know exactly what they are doing, and if I had done the same when I was a kid, I would have been given the slipper and grounded. I don't mind kids playing out at all, whatever gets them off the devices, but there is a park to play in, not the car park, and there obviously has to be rules on what they can and can't do. This shouldn't even need explaining. So, I reply, I knew there was a reason not to accept your friend request, and I didn't. If you have a problem with me, call the police. If I had gone out there, I would have only got yelled at by the parents, like last time when the kids around the corner were playing Knock Door Run. Don't pretend you're perfect because I hear you outside sometimes effing and blinding. Get back to your TikTok, mouthy, silly little girl. Take note that I brought up the incident of kids playing Knock Door Run. She then replies, "I will call the police. You're a fucking weirdo, and you're scared of getting shouted at by kids' parents for being pathetic, and having an issue with something that there was no need for, and everyone plays Knock Door Run. You need to get the fuck over yourself, I swear to fuck." So now she's aware of the Knock Door Run incident and acknowledges it. And what's your issue with me swearing anyway? Fucking hell, how pathetic can you be?
Why, Rob? Why are you so pathetic? Why are you so pathetic, Rob?
What are you doing, blanking out kids' faces and putting it on Facebook as they're demolishing someone's rubbish and spreading it all over the car park? How dare you, Rob? How pathetic are you? Why would you do this? What do you mean you're fed up with this place? It's not like it happens every fucking day. Wait, yeah it does actually. I ain't a silly little girl. STG, I honestly have no idea what that means. Maybe I'm too old. You need to shut the fuck up. I'm not scared of you, and I'll happily come to your door and smack you in the mouth because you chat so much fucking bollocks. That wasn't asked for, was it? It wasn't called for. It is here where we get our first crime. Under Section 1 of the Malicious Communications Act 1988, it is illegal for any person to send another person a threat. When the police officer that was in charge of the report brought this up, he felt that the best way to resolve this would be by community resolution. Since the daughter was 15 years of age, it would be a youth offence instead of a criminal offence. But when we take a look at what constitutes as a youth crime, it's a child up to the age of 10. Any age over 10 is the age of criminal responsibility. Moving on, I reply, "You know, every time you comment, I have to pause my movie. Do you mind?" For anyone wondering, the movie I was watching was Blade 2. She then replies, "I'll carry on then, you stupid cunt." This is where her behaviour now falls under harassment, since her behaviour now equals to a course of conduct according to Section 2 of Protection from Harassment Act 1997. But it's at this point I now hear multiple sets of footsteps and voices outside my front door. My doorbell then rings fast and aggressively approximately 8 times. I hear my mother from downstairs answering the front door. I shouted to her not to answer it, but she didn't hear me. She then shuts the door since no one was there. So I go back on the comments and I reply, "Don't ring my doorbell again. I'm documenting everything to the police, so stop." Immediately after this, I hear more footsteps outside my front door and a girl's voice saying, "No, not that one, the other one," obviously referring to the doors. My doorbell rings again, repeatedly, fast and aggressively. This time I go downstairs, phone in hand. My mother is already halfway out the door and I start recording. Mom, get back in. Nothing. Their daughter is being extremely immature. Ignore them.
Why should I have to keep
Right, who's doing that?
them?
The kids. They're only kids, man.
What problem have you?
This is the first time a Section 5 public order offence is officially committed. Now, I have absolutely no problem with naughty words. It's free speech. And everyone where I live, even the kids, swear all the time outside. No one in this area is going to be distressed by naughty words. So a Section 5 put on anyone in this case is totally absurd. Until it's aimed at my mother, as you will see, it causes me distress, as it should anyone else that sees a little bastard disrespecting elders like this. And of course, I use the word bastard by definition, seeing as this lad clearly had no father figure growing up to carry out the correct form of discipline on him. And by the way, no one reported a public order offence, so there's no complainant. And if the police can't act as a complainant themselves, it's totally illegal for the officer to be trying to issue me with a Section 5. You'll see that later on in the video. No, who's ringing the fucking doorbell?
Them.
No, they're not. Is that... It's you, isn't it? Now, the reason I assumed it was her is because I've never seen her outside before, and all the evidence so far points towards her telling the kids to ring the doorbell, or her ringing the doorbell herself. Also, the lad isn't even wearing shoes, and he's pretending to play on a skateboard, so he's clearly out here just for this. Because you...
Did you tell them? Oh, you told them to do it.
No, they're only kids, bro. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
but
up.
why?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Well, then you shut the fuck up! How fucking dare you! This is where the police try to issue me with a Section 5. Let's look up the defence of a Section 5. It is a defence for the accused to prove that he had no reason to believe that there was any person within hearing or sight who was likely to be caused harassment, alarm or distress. B doesn't count for either of us in this case. And then we have C, that the conduct was reasonable. I think we can all agree that it was. But the same can't be said for the lad, however, since he swore at an elderly female which he likely would have known would have caused distress.
excuse me.
Don't...
Hey.
Come here.
Hey. No.
Right here with the throwing of the cigarette to the ground, which he never bothers to pick up by the way, we have an offence of dropping litter according to the Clean Neighbourhood and Environment Act 2005. Also, by the way, just saying, the legal age of smoking is still 18.
Go away. No, you come to
Back
me.
off him.
Come to me. Yeah, come to me.
Yeah,
Mom.
you're standing behind your mother, bro.
I'm documenting all of this, so it's fine.
Don't give a
You're
fuck.
standing behind your mum.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, what is going on?
Yeah?
No, stop. I'll break your fingers.
The police tried to say that my mother committed assault right here by moving the lad's hand. But if we take a look at the defence for assault, and this would come under as common assault, a person may use such force as is reasonable in the circumstances of the purpose of self-defence, defence of another. In order to charge someone with an assault crime, the victim has to be in fear or distress of being injured. And as we can clearly see in the video, the lad is not fazed or in fear by my mother's actions, but instead mocks her and continues his behaviour to both of us. So my mother's actions here was in self-defence and in defence of another. Oh, fuck's sake. Assault for moving a middle finger out your face. Yeah, that's assault. Oh. Stupid officers, seriously. Mom, don't. I'm recording.
But
Yeah,
don't
go.
fucking record it.
Listen to him. Yeah?
What is going on?
Okay, so what's your version of the story? What has she
Grow up.
told you?
Break my finger.
What has she
break
told
it.
you? Mum! Stop it! Mum!
Go on.
Mum, you're making it worse. Stop. Mum, Mum, for fuck's sake, don't!
Punch him in the face in a minute.
Don't. You're making it worse.
What the fuck is going on?
The kids, yeah, are knocking on your door.
I
They're
know
only kids.
that. Do you want
Why
to
are they
ring the
knocking on the
police?
door?
They're only kids.
Why are
But
they?
why are
Why
they doing
are you
it?
bothered?
Why are they knocking on the door?
are
He's
you
my
bothered?
fucking son.
They're only kids.
Why are they knocking on the door? And who told them to knock on the door?
They're only fucking kids.
Why
That's
are
the
they
kids,
doing
man.
it? Come here.
No, it
Calling
isn't.
you pussy.
Because
What's
you
your
fucking know
problem
what
with
you're
it?
doing and what your girlfriend is doing.
What do you mean? They're only fucking kids. That's not my problem, bro.
About what?
I've got the comments on Facebook.
Yeah, that's your fault.
How is that my fault?
You
Explain.
commented first.
How?
Her?
What did I say? Tell me what I said.
What did you say?
What did I say on Facebook?
You deleted them now, you pussy.
I haven't deleted shit.
Go back in home, bro. Go back in home.
No.
Listen to your mum.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
16, is that it?
Yes. Go
Fucking
back in home,
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
Go back in home to your fucking mum. Still living at home. What are you on, man?
Mom,
You're still living at home. Go back in home.
Yeah, film all you like. No, neither do I.
Go in home.
Right, yeah. You complain about the government trying to control everybody. The little kids that have been locked in the house for a year.
this is total bollocks. The kids have not been locked inside for a whole year. They've been playing outside and going around each other's house throughout all of the lockdowns.
Not been to school, not seen anybody. Yes, they ripped the cardboard up. I wasn't happy about it because I hate all the crap being left everywhere. Stop fucking videoing! Stop it!
Yeah, after that burst of psychotic rage, like hell I'm gonna stop recording. What, you want me to stop recording so you can do something evidence-free? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna keep recording, Little Miss Psycho, if that's okay with you. No, it's not. Well, tough shit. I'm gonna keep recording anyway. I have the right to. You can record me anytime you want. I don't care.
Go inside, man.
Hey! Don't fucking touch me, that's assault! His act of assault here has no defence to stand on, since it was not in self-defence, and it clearly put me in a fear of immediate unlawful physical contact. And by the way, take note, the kids and everyone else are not distressed by people's language, as they happily walk right up to us, so a Section 5 offence on me doesn't have any ground to stand on.
Go inside.
I'm calling the police when this
Go
is over.
inside.
No, don't touch me again.
Go inside. They're only kids, man.
You're gonna calm down? Just calm down!
Go inside.
No, I'm not going inside while my mum's out here.
Listen to your mum.
I did say, did I not tell my mum to calm down? I did, didn't I?
Oh, I went out here, man.
I was right
Stop
here.
recording and speak to me
No,
like
I'm
a
not.
bloke.
No, I'm not.
Speak to me like a fucking
You're not
bloke.
a
and put
bloke.
the
You're a
phone down.
child. No.
Speak to me like a
You
bloke.
know. You should
Are you a
know.
bloke?
You should know
Yeah?
why I'm recording. How many incidences have you had with the police? I can tell it's probably over 5 times, isn't it?
Only five.
We've all had incidents with the police.
Only 3 times.
Why do people
Take it
film these days?
I don't know. Put the phone
You
down.
know what we're
and
filming.
Speak to me like a fucking man.
I'm not, because you're being a child.
Speak to me
Doing what?
like a man.
With what? Is anyone going to speak like an adult here?
Exactly. Put the phone down there.
I don't have to put the phone down. It's not against the law.
On fucking Facebook and all the kids around it. Why?
Look,
What's the need?
they cleaned
What
it
is
up,
the need?
it's sorted.
What is it
I
doing to
don't
you?
want
Doing
them
fuck
putting
all.
shit everywhere. It pisses me off. I'll get like the lollipop sticks everywhere. There's ants all around my house. I don't want it, but I've got children.
Yeah.
So I've told them, clean
Put
it
the
up.
phone down, man. You're
But-
being a bit of a bitch, to
Cool.
be fair.
Can we just say, before, is that your daughter?
Yeah.
Before your daughter got involved in the
phone
Facebook
down.
comments, it was
Put the
over,
phone
wasn't
down.
it?
Bro, you're being a bit of a pussy, to be honest.
It was over, wasn't it?
Listen,
It's literally kids.
attempted suicide twice this year. She's 15.
Hey, so have I. So have I.
Listen, she's 15 years
Don't
old.
use that against me.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying she's 15 years old. I'm on sertraline. My partner left me a week after the twins were born. I had a cesarean. After me, had to do this on our own. Yeah, they do shout out. They do. I'm struggling at the moment with their behaviours and stuff like that because we've been on lockdown. Ellie moved in with my sister for a while. It's been hard. We've had 2 new babies come into the family, a partner who's left, and these children who haven't been to school and they've been made to be, not made to be, but 2 babies. Someone's always got to be feeding one, changing one, holding one. You know, it's not easy. And being all in this lockdown, yes, you obviously, they've both had a drink tonight. It's a Friday night, you know.
And so it's here we find out that the 2 have been drinking. So now we can add drunkenness in a public place to the list of crimes.
That doesn't matter, though.
No, it doesn't matter, but what I'm saying is, this isn't how it is. I understand, as soon as I see punching that box through, the first thing I thought was, who's clearing the mess up? Same as when all the stones used to be here. Remember that? And all the kids used to get the stones out. It does me head in. There's much
See,
it does
we
your head in.
we were the first ones here in the street. This is why I think it's why it's annoying them, because it weren't like this when we first moved
No,
out.
but you've got to understand,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
young kids. They're going to be out till like 8 o'clock
yeah.
or whatever. That's fine. But the mess, like them rocks need picking up. I'm the same. If they play out and they stay away from people, vehicles and stop. I didn't know you were banging on your door. I think that they weren't. It wouldn't have been.
No,
weren't,
it was, she was
Yeah, all right, that's
running
fine.
across here
All right.
and she rang the doorbell.
Because
whatever.
on Facebook, when we were commenting, it was fine, wasn't it? It was
I didn't
over.
know
And then
that. I didn't
then
know.
started commenting.
It gets very thingy about.
Let me,
calling her like a
let me
little
finish. She started commenting, right?
Yeah.
And then she brought up, I brought up, because she told me instead of putting the photo on Facebook, I did blur out the kids' faces.
I know. Yeah. I know,
So
yeah,
she
I
said,
know.
she said,
Yeah, but it's the same as Vic. Well, I probably felt the same as what you felt. When I seen them
can I
that
just
box up,
can I
the
just
first
finish,
thing
please?
I thought was,
I know, I
clean
understand,
that
but
shit
can
up.
I just finish,
that was
Yeah,
a
please?
until
problem.
Just so
anyone
it's on
involved,
record.
It's fine. I didn't tell her it's her own person. Is 15, nearly 6. She's 16
Okay,
next week.
yeah.
She's going through hormonal changes. She's got a lot of stuff's happened. This lockdown. She's moved out from me. She's attempted
Yes,
suicide
I understand.
twice, and
Yes,
that's
yes,
it.
yes.
She will say and do what she wants to do. If she gets frustrated, she's seeing counsellors every week, and and stuff like that. That's why. That's the way she vents.
I'm just trying to explain what
If
she
there was
did.
a problem though, couldn't you have just knocked on the door?
No, because it don't
Right?
work like that.
She
no.
said
No, that's easy.
instead
But
of
sure, I
put,
agree
can
with
you
that.
let me fucking talk? Jesus Christ. Okay, I brung up the doorbell thing. This was like a month ago. When
Marcus would have banged on
no,
you.
it was a month ago, and it was kids around there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they knocked on the door,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
went out
yeah.
like 5 times, told them to stop, and they
yeah.
wouldn't. So brought up instead of telling them off,
His brother owned like that, kill him.
then I should have. She said instead of taking a photo.
It's my fucking car.
Yeah, I know. So said instead of taking a photo and putting it on Facebook, I should have went out to the kids and told them to stop.
Yeah, but
and
that's
I told
probably-
last time
no,
I
you
did
do
that,
that, yeah, but
I got in
I
trouble by
haven't
the
seen
parents,
that.
and then
Been like this
because she brought
haven't
up
seen that. I
that,
haven't
I'm assuming it was her that was ringing the doorbell, and it was like this. It was like that.
No,
She's
but
4 years old. She's 15. She's
Then he must have told her
no,
to do it.
she
It-
not
they
at
must
all.
have.
Not at all. Not at all.
she's been with me the whole time.
Not
If you-
at
no,
all.
honestly,
I swear
yeah.
to God, they didn't even have the. We're sharing a charger at the minute. We're sharing a charger plug between us all. They didn't even know until I read it through, and she come in and said, "Daddy's ringing the doorbell." It's nothing. It honestly, of course, it's not.
So who's
You had a problem.
did he tell?
I wouldn't tell anyone to ring a doorbell. As a little kid, she runs on
Because
all
that
doors.
to me that makes the most.
Even knock doors or anything like that.
It's all right. It's pretty.
So
it's
it
all-
was either or he told to do
No,
it.
it wasn't.
wouldn't do.
Stop
Honestly,
recording.
you just wanted. Right, leave it. No, it wasn't you.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Even
Keep going. That's me. You rang the doorbell.
no, me rang it. I told her to stop
So
doing
it was
it.
you.
But
I told her to do it at the
So
same
it was you.
No, I didn't tell her to ring the doorbell, Mum.
when it happened
Did you ring
twice.
it?
No, I told her to stop the first time.
You
and then
just
she
said
did
it was you.
It's
again.
only kids, man. You should
Well, no, it's
listen
kids.
to your
I
mum.
know it's kids, but there's a reason why they're doing it. They don't just do it,
It's
do they?
kids.
Why my door though? What have I done?
I told
What
her
have I
Because you've
done?
just been out.
I'm having an operation soon. I don't need this shit.
It's
Can you
kids.
get it?
Well, you stop recording, but you're being a bit of a bitch.
Yeah,
to be
Rob,
honest.
come on, stop.
No,
now.
I'm allowed to record. It's the law.
Don't just rock right.
Yeah, go on. Get your fucking Google out.
Rob,
Get your fucking Google out.
A blatant act of criminal damage here. No defence can be made here, obviously. My phone suffered a missing volume button, chips and cracks on all corners, cracks to the top left and bottom right of the back. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not going to hit him because it would be on camera. So the police tried to say that my words here meant that if the camera was off, that I'd hit him. See, the police love to twist words. What I meant when I said I'm not going to hit him is simply that, because from people's body language in the video, people assumed I was going to hit him. And when I said, because it will be on camera, I meant smacking the phone out of my hand. Simple.
So what she just said.
Fucking do that again, mate.
Because someone told her to
I
do
know,
it.
yeah, I believe
So
that,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, yeah, I'm not impressed with him taking photos of the kids there and putting them on
You
Facebook.
fucking pushing it, you are, mate.
Taking
You
photos.
don't you
She took
fucking
a photo
dare.
of all the kids there and put them on Facebook. She was involved in that, but she weren't the one who was getting all the stuff out.
Don't you
and things
fucking
like that,
smile
you
at
know
me.
what I mean?
So basically, my
What are
charge
you gonna do,
for that
but
here
you're
to play
hiding
is
behind
for
your
keeping
mum.
a plane festival.
No, it's not. But why are you starting again?
Because you're being a bit of a pussy, mate, to be fair. I'm 16 and I'm telling you what's what. Yeah? I'm being more of a man than you are with your phone now.
How?
Speak to me like a fucking
When
bro.
you've assaulted me twice, you little shit.
What have I done?
You smacked the phone right, man. I've got it on fucking.
Yeah, 'cause you're fucking pathetic.
I've got evidence,
You're being
mate. I've got
pathetic.
evidence.
If you've got a problem,
Nah, don't touch my phone again.
if you've got a
Yeah,
problem,
it's going to the police.
if you've got a
Don't you
problem, knock
bother.
on the door and speak about it.
Yeah, and if I'd done that, I would have got the same shit I've got here.
You're being a bitch. You're being a bitch.
Go
I'm
now.
so-
Go away.
Go in.
You don't
home,
understand how
Go
hard.
home.
Listen
yeah,
to your mum.
I do know because I feel like it myself. But
Exactly.
go in there.
Exactly. Listen to your mum and go inside.
I don't know. I'm not going inside because it's fucking 16-year-old told me.
Mum, does he need to go inside?
That's my mum,
Yeah,
not
he
your
does.
mum.
He does. You need to go inside. You're being told.
Why
man.
do I have to go inside?
Because you're being an idiot.
Go,
How am I?
exactly.
You've started this.
What have I
by
done?
Putting shit on Facebook.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying to
inside.
you. You'll find out. Don't worry about it.
Please, come on.
The longer you're out here, the longer I'm going to record, mate.
Yeah, just go. Listen to your mum. Listen to your mama and go inside.
You go. You go.
And this is pretty much where the interaction ends. 2 days later, 2 officers came to my house so I could give mine and my mother's statement. Didn't even happen, as the police were more preoccupied about charging me for made-up crimes. Before I started recording, he made me sign a community resolution on the 15-year-old's malicious communications. But seeing as at the time I was not aware that this is in fact a true crime, not a youth crime, and the fact that I did not get my copy, or accept the petty Section 5 issue, the contract is void. It's recording, so explain to me what you've just said to me now.
I'm just proposing, okay,
Yeah.
that I'm offering you a community resolution. I've just previously cautioned you prior to this recording,
Yeah.
okay, that based on the evidence that you've provided to us, okay, clearly shows on a video, a visual and audio recording that you're shouting and swearing in a public place. Okay?
So were they, and I'm fine with that.
I appreciate that, but it's from a police point of view. It's not your choice, okay? We've got that evidence to show that people are shouting and swearing in the street, and we're going to deal with that.
I ain't bothered about them shouting and swearing. They do that all the
I know,
time.
and I'm not saying we're saying from a police point of view, okay? We've got evidence to prove that you were shouting and swearing in the street in a public place, okay? And I appreciate you've made the complaint about what's happened, and we are dealing with that separately, like I say. And like I've just mentioned about the other community resolution, which you've just signed for somebody else, okay? What I'm saying is this is the police decision to issue you with a community resolution if you accept, which like my colleague said, this is the lowest level that we can dispose of any offence, even though it's been committed. It's on a piece of paper which is accept words of advice from police and not to come to the attention of police in a criminal capacity for the next 3 months. That's the only conditions on there, and it's a piece of paper.
So why have you brought up about me swearing in the street?
Because
That comes under a Section 5, doesn't it?
we've identified it on a video which is provided by you.
And they've all. I mean, look at it. Look at it this way. I shout.
People is not up to you. That's up to the
Look at it
police.
this way. I shouted.
Yeah.
I swore.
Yeah.
They shouted and swore first, and they carried on
Right,
through
okay.
it throughout.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about that, the shouting and swearing. I'm bothered about the malicious communications
Yes, I know,
and
yeah.
the 2 cases of assault.
Yes, which we are dealing with separately. Okay, like I say, we are dealing with those. Like I
Yes.
say, we have to do any report that you make, we deal with. But at the same time, we have to act impartial based on the evidence that you've provided. You've provided that video. We've identified other offences on there. When you made the report, you didn't say that your mum assaulted that young child out there, did you? But
She
we've
didn't assault him.
We've identified on that video, okay, that she has.
What else?
assaulted.
What else have you identified on that video? Have you got the list of crimes?
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm not going to go into it now because I'm talking to Robert about it. But I'll come back to that another time. But what I'm saying is, this is the way that we're looking at disposing you for shouting and swearing in the street. Whether you care about them shouting or swearing or not, we will deal with that appropriately when we go and speak to them about it, and we'll give them a words of advice not to shout and swear in the street. Whether you accept shouting and swearing is acceptable, okay, under Section 5 of the Public Order Act, using...
All right, get out my house, please. Get out my house, please. You're not welcome here.
Fine, thank you.
Thank you. It seems that this is the only way to deal with incompetent Jobsworth officers. Kick them out of your home. Why does a Section 5 need my consent? If they were so happy to leave without issuing a Section 5, then it clearly wasn't important to begin with. What this officer, Wilson, 136, has managed to do, in a nutshell, is protect a dangerous 15 and 16-year-old from prosecution while trying to convict an elderly woman of imaginary assault and convict me of a Section 5 fairy dust. I suppose his pay depends on the amount of petty offences he issues out. And the police wonder why the public says they're so fucking useless. Police are supposed to protect the public, not the criminals. Obviously, I didn't want to make this video, and I shouldn't have to. It's taken up hours of my time, but seeing as the police can't be bothered, I had to. And in case the KGB tries to arrest me for uploading this, know that I have full right to upload to the internet all of my recordings. It was recorded in a public place from a public place. The person's identities involved I have kept anonymous, and everything else in the video is of public domain. Let's just hope I don't get stabbed. If I get stabbed or go missing, you all know why.